As October winds down, it's the perfect time to look ahead at the thrilling TV shows arriving in November. Next month promises an exciting mix of brand new series and eagerly awaited sequels to last year's biggest hits. From gripping dramas to action-packed adventures, November's lineup is set to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. So, get ready to say goodbye to October and dive into a month of must-watch TV shows. Starting our list is The Day of the Jackal, coming on Peacock on the 7th. The upcoming series remains tightly under wraps, but it promises to explore the complex persona of the legendary assassin known as the Jackal. This highly skilled and elusive contract killer operates for the highest bidder, executing deadly missions with precision. After his latest hit, a relentless British intelligence officer begins an intense pursuit, sparking a high-stakes game of cat and mouse across Europe. The show promises thrilling action, leaving a trail of chaos and destruction in its wake. While staying true to the original, this contemporary adaptation delves deeper into the Jackal's enigmatic, ever-shifting character within a modern geopolitical context. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 is the next show on our list. Coming on Paramount Plus on the 10th, Kevin Costner stars as John Dutton, the head of a powerful and deeply complex family of ranchers. As a sixth-generation homesteader, Dutton controls the largest contiguous ranch in the U.S., a coveted piece of land constantly under threat. He navigates a corrupt world where politicians are swayed by oil and lumber giants, and developers seek to seize land for profit. Facing constant battles with his neighbors, including an expanding town, an Indian reservation, and America's first national park, his ranch remains in conflict. Yellowstone portrays cowboy life while exploring themes of preserving ranch culture, protecting the land, and addressing tensions with Native American tribes. On the 7th, Prime Video will release Citadel Honey Bunny. In Citadel, stuntman Bunny enlists struggling actress Honey for a risky side gig, plunging them into a perilous world of espionage and betrayal. Years later, their dangerous past resurfaces, forcing the estranged pair to reunite and protect their daughter, Nadia. This spin-off features a younger Nadia, linking the events of this series to the broader Citadel cinematic universe. Set before the original Citadel series, it explores the backstory that connects to the global spy franchise. Following the success of the original series, this spin-off expands the universe alongside Citadel, Diana, and future international adaptations. The Empress Season 2 is coming on Netflix on the 22nd. The 6-episode series centers on the early months of Empress Elizabeth's arrival at the Habsburg court, focusing on her passionate love story with Emperor Franz. Elizabeth, portrayed as a rebellious young woman ahead of her time, defies the rigid social rules of the 19th century. Franz, a complex ruler who shaped modern European history, shares a turbulent romance with her amidst jealousy, intrigue, and political power struggles. The series transports viewers to the glittering yet treacherous world of the imperial court, where Sisi fights for her place and independence. While not historically accurate, it offers a compelling blend of slow-burn romance, drama, and historical escapism with a modern artistic twist. Outer Banks Season 4 Part 2 is coming on Netflix on the 7th. In the Season 3 finale, the Pogues were 18 months into their journey since discovering the gold in El Dorado, still mourning the losses of Ward and Big John, but finally allowing themselves to savor their victory. Season 4 rewinds to the time just after their incredible find, as the Pogues return to the Outer Banks, OBX, aiming to settle into a normal life. They've created a sanctuary called Pogolandia 2.0, where they live together and run a thriving bait, tackle, and charter tour business. However, financial troubles soon push John B. and Cleo to accept an offer from Wes, dragging them back into the treasure hunting game. This decision launches them into a perilous adventure, facing off against new, dangerous foes. As they dive deeper, they begin to confront questions about their identity, past choices, and the risks they're willing to take for the ultimate prize. On our 10th sport, we have Outlander Season 7 Part 2, coming on Stars on the 22 ND. After serving as a British Army nurse in World War II, Claire Randall enjoys a second honeymoon in Scotland with her husband Frank, an MI6 officer turned aspiring historian. Her life takes a shocking turn when she is mysteriously transported to 1743, where her freedom and survival are at risk. To navigate this dangerous time, she marries Jamie Fraser, a rugged Scotsman with a complex past and a sharp sense of humor, sparking a passionate relationship. Claire is torn between two very different men and eras, living in conflict between her two lives. This final season delivers thrilling surprises, standout performances, especially from Sophie Skelton as Brianna, and keeps viewers eagerly awaiting the conclusion in Season 7 Part 2. Arcane Season 2 is coming on Netflix on the 9th. Arcane follows the origin story of two League of Legends champions, Jinx, formerly Powder, and her sister Vi, set against the backdrop of a brewing conflict between Piltover's utopian city and the oppressed Undercity, Zaun. By the end of Season 1, Powder's transformation into the chaotic Jinx is complete, while Vi emerges as a fierce fighter on the opposite side of the conflict. Season 2 picks up after Jinx's reckless attack on the Piltover Council using a stolen Hextech gemstone, igniting further chaos. The season delves deeper into the fractured relationship between the sisters, with Jinx facing the consequences of her actions. As tensions rise between Piltover and Zaun, the unresolved confrontation between Jinx and Vi becomes unavoidable. Bad Sisters Season 2 is coming on Apple TV Plus on the 13th. Gracie is trapped in a toxic marriage to JP, a manipulative and emotionally abusive man who resents her bond with her four sisters and spreads lies to harm anyone close to the family. Bad Sisters Season 1 is a dark comedy that unravels the mystery of JP's death, keeping viewers in suspense until the final reveal. With well-written characters and strong performances, the show explores the impact of a truly vile man on everyone around him. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 is coming on Netflix on the 15th, 34 years after the 1984 All-Valley Karate Tournament. A struggling Johnny Lawrence seeks redemption by reopening the Cobra Kai dojo, reigniting his rivalry with the now successful Daniel LaRusso. The sixth and final season of Cobra Kai features 15 episodes, released in 3 parts. Part 1 premiered on Netflix on July 18, 2024, with Part 2 scheduled for November 15th, and the final part coming in 2025. While Season 6 begins with a fragile peace in the valley, tensions quickly rise as unresolved conflicts resurface. In Part 2, the stakes escalate when Miyagi-Do heads to Spain for the Sekai Taikai, facing new challenges and old enemies in a bid for World Championship glory. Expect explosive showdowns and emotional turns as the series races toward its grand finale. The Helicopter Heist is coming on Netflix on the 22nd, in September 2009. The world's attention turns to a quiet Stockholm suburb as a helicopter lands on the roof of Sweden's most secure cash depot. The robbers execute a daring heist, escaping with millions of dollars while the police watch helplessly without a single shot fired. The Helicopter Heist is a thrilling, character-driven story exploring brotherhood, fatherhood, and the high stakes of risking everything. Based on true events, the series showcases the careful planning and nerve required to pull off one of history's boldest heists. It delves deeper into how this astonishing crime might have unfolded. Bank Under Siege is coming on Netflix on the 8th, on May 23, 1981, just 3 months after Spain's attempted coup d'état. 11 masked men stormed the central bank in Barcelona. What begins as a daring robbery quickly escalates into a political crisis, threatening the country's fragile democracy. The robbers take over 200 hostages and demand the release of Colonel Teguero and 3 others responsible for the 23F coup attempt. As tensions rise, the situation becomes a high-stakes battle between the robbers and the government. On the third sport, we have Cross coming on Prime Video on the 14th. Cross, based on James Patterson's best-selling hero Alex Cross, is a crime thriller that follows the brilliant forensic psychologist and DC Metro detective as he hunts down America's most dangerous killers. Alongside his best friend and partner, Detective John Sampson, Cross uses his deep psychological insights while also battling to keep his family safe from the criminal underworld. Premiering on Prime Video on November 14th, the 8-episode first season has already been renewed for a second. The series stars Aldous Hodge and Isaiah Mustafa as Alex Cross. On the second position, we have Silo Season 2, coming on Apple TV Plus on the 15th. In a dystopian future, humanity survives deep underground within the massive confines of a silo, cut off from the outside world. Juliet, an engineer, is assigned to investigate a colleague's death, but her search leads to shocking discoveries that shake the foundations of their seemingly controlled existence. Based on Hugh Howey's novel Wool, Silo Season 1 captivated audiences with its blend of science fiction and mystery, revealing a world far more dangerous than it appears. The central mystery, who is manipulating the events inside the silo and why, keeps viewers engaged throughout. With grimy cinematography, an ominous score, and weighty performances, Silo is perfect for fans of suspenseful sci-fi, leaving audiences eager for Season 2. The most anticipated TV show in November is Dune: The Prophecy, coming on Max on the 17th. Dune: Prophecy is an upcoming sci-fi series set as a prequel to the 2021 Dune film, taking place 10,000 years before its events. It explores the origins of the Bene Gesserit, a powerful sisterhood known for their rigorous training that grants them superhuman abilities. The story centers on the Harkonnen sisters as they combat forces threatening humanity's future and work to establish the influential all-female sect. Political intrigue and larger events unfold as they vie for control over humankind's destiny. With a Game of Thrones and space feel, the series promises epic drama if executed well by its creative team.